something you want to? Is it something you've seen? Or is it something you've done? Is it sin or crime? Or just plain embarrassing customer gender? I'm embarrassing.
I'm not going to tell you.
All right.
All right, I'll tell you.
You don't have to.
I'll tell you.
Yes, do, because I'll always. Yes, do, because I'll never. No.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I warned you.
Oh, but that's...
Yeah.
No, that's...
Yeah.
How could you?
Well, I did.
Now what? Now what?
They're doing research. It guides their policy. They use it to help people. They use it to tell us things that we don't want. No. They're the people who phone up. I don't answer any of their questions. I just say, no thank you. There's no need to swear at me. Well, I've made a mess of it now anyway. You'll get into trouble if you don't do it. They won't know. They know you exist. I love him so much.
Love him more than you.
I'd jump out of a window.
Eat fire.
Cut off my hand.
Eat cat food.
Kill my mother.
Eat dog shit.
Oh.
Just to touch him.
Just to tell him.
Just to see
Just
him.
to have him see me.
He was born at 2:10 in the morning and I was born at 2:10.
How do you know that?
Mum says.
2:10?
Well, she says just after 10, so that's 2.
That's not 2.
Yeah, it is.
Well, I was born on Tuesday, he was born on Wednesday, and you were born on Friday, so...
That's stupid.
His favourite colour's blue.
Favourite food, chili.
Favourite animal, snakes.
Favourite holiday was in Bermuda.
What was his favourite smell?
Roses.
You're making that up.
So what is it?
I don't know, you tell me.
Well, I don't know, so you tell me.
You tell me.
You don't know, do you? Go on, tell me. You don't know.
I'm asking you.
Well, I don't know, so I'm asking you.
Right, so I don't know, but sorry, we'll
You
find
mean
out.
neither of us know, but I can't believe neither of us know, but I don't
Wait!
Not
I can't seem to...
Just let me have a look.
I can't seem to find it. You won't be able
Wait.
to find it. See, you can.
What are we gonna do?
We've got to know.
I won't be able to sleep.
What are we going to do?
He's wearing me out. Take a break. Do you want to go in? I'll give him a cigarette.
He's not ready to talk.
I thought we'd got there yesterday.
I thought we got yesterday, but he's past that.
He'll get to where he'll say anything.
We're not being extra for it to be true.
I'll give him a cigarette. While you give him a cigarette. And I'll tell him you'll be back.
And where do you get
Well, from the poultry videos,
Oh,
for
the
battery.
intensive.
Yeah, exactly. So either way, they're going to
So
kind of be.
either way,
Yeah,
they'll
but
be
by 12 weeks, they'll be plucked and lying on the back.
in a supermarket.
On your table.
So you're not really taking a life.
I am taking
yeah,
a life.
but either way,
No, they wouldn't live to be old chicks. No.
All right, so you've got these chickens, and
Yeah.
what are you going to do with
Well,
them?
basically, obviously, chicks peck a lot.
They do peck a lot, yeah.
So what we do is obviously we give them beads. So either beads that have been dipped in water or beads that have been dipped in something bitter.
And not poison.
No. It makes them wipe the beaks on the bottom, on the floor at the end, so it's fine. But basically, what we do is the chicks that have had the water beads, they'll go back and peck again, and the ones that got the bitter beads, they don't go back and peck again. So, of course, we're writing all this down, which chick, which bead, and then obviously, then what we do is we kind of look at that, and then my colleague writes it down, and then we measure. So, yeah, basically.
Oh.
Yeah. So basically, what we do, obviously, they write that down, which chick, which bead, and then I kind of cut off his head with a big pair of...
Oh, no.
No, it's okay, they don't feel it.
Okay, so it doesn't hurt?
No, they
So
don't
what's
feel
it
at all.
for? It's going to show up something different in their brains?
Well, basically what it is obviously your brain sort of triggers sugars. So anyway, what that is we can then measure. So we use that to measure what happens.
So it's different in the different...
it's different in the different... but
Depending on what the chicks learn
Well, yeah.
about the beads.
what we're trying to find is that it's different, you see. So as I say...
That's terrific.
We take its head and we cut it off with a big pair of scissors.
Oh.
And then... I take the head and I drop the body in a bucket and I cut around the skin and then I chop around the skull and there's the brain.
There's the brain.
And then what my colleague does is he takes out tiny samples of that, puts it into test tubes, he freezes it. Meanwhile, I'm taking the brain out of the next chick.
Yeah.
And that's what I do.
Then you analyse.
Yeah, obviously, and then we see that there's substantial increase.
Then you measure.
Yeah, exactly. So we measure the actual changes. So
Which is?
the learning takes place on the left side of the brain.
Oh, so
You can see the actual changes.
see what the chicks learn
Yeah.
about the beads.
I can't sleep. Hot milk. I hate it now. Well, I haven't got one I like. Just lie there and breathe. I can't, my head's too full of stuff.
Are you asleep?
What? You can't sleep? Oh, I'm just gonna get up and go on Facebook. You don't seem to have a TV.
There used to be one, but it stopped working. The reception's no good here anyhow.
Well, I brought my laptop.
You might have a reception problem there.
Well, it's not like I need it. And there's no phone signal here.
You have to go into town. I think someone said there's a block about 2 miles up the road. You go down towards the cliff. You'd have to know it though.
Does the radio work?
I warned you, didn't I?
I know.
It's quiet here, isn't it?
I like it quiet.
You can always cycle down and get a newspaper.
You're alright.
I don't have the time, you see.
Don't you sometimes want a weather forecast?
I want you to be happy here.
I am happy here.
You'll find you can feel if it's raining.
Is an irrational number real? It's real to me. But can you have an irrational number of oranges? Not as being stand, no. I'm not comfortable with the whole idea.
There was someone called Hippolytus in Greek times who found out the diagram of a square, and they drowned him because no one wanted to know about things like that.
Like what?
Numbers that don't relate to oranges and make you feel a bit uncomfortable.
I can see how they might want to do that.
What? Drowned him?
Well, maybe he should have kept quiet about it if he knew they couldn't stand it.
Is that what you do?
I don't know if I should tell you.
What?
Well, you're my friend more than she is.
What is it?
What do you think yourself? Is it better to know things? Or to not know things? Is it better just let things be the way you think they are? The way they are really? Because if someone tells you something, it could change everything. And do you really want that? Do you think it's interfering? Or is it what a friend ought to do?
You're going to have to tell me now, you do know that.
But some people might share you shouldn't say anything. Because you don't want to hear anything against your best friend. But I do keep seeing them together. And last night, we went for a couple of drinks after work. And he turned up. And after a while they left together. They didn't even bother to come up with a story. I just wondered. I'm probably imagining things and everything's probably perfectly alright. I'm sorry. I should have kept quiet. Oh dear, I've told you, Mum.
They're having an affair.
What? You know that. You knew that.
I've known for quite a while.
What?
3 years.
And you're okay with it?
Yeah. It's cool. Thanks though.
What, Mum's out?
What?
I've got something to tell you.
Okay,
So I need to feel like you're listening.
I'm listening.
I need to feel like you're really paying attention.
I can pay attention and do other things at the same time. I'm not brain dead. I can listen and hear and everything.
Are you listening?
I'm listening. Fuck off. Is this going to take long?
Alright. I thought you might like to know that Mum's not your mum. Mum's your nan and I'm your mum. Alright, did you listen to that?
Does Mum know you're telling me this?
I don't know. I just decided.
Are we going to tell her that you told me?
I don't know. Do you think?
Well, she obviously doesn't want me to know. She's going to go crazy.
It'll be alright.
She can't blame me for knowing. It's not my fault.
It'll be alright. I'll tell her I told you. It's my fault.
How old were you? Wait, 13. You were 13. Wow, 13.
That's why. That's why.
Well, guess it's better than not being born.
That's what I thought. I thought you might like to be born.
It was my father.
I never saw him again. He went to a different school. He was 12.
I don't feel like you're my mum. I don't have a sister. I don't like that. Do you want me to act different around you?
I just didn't want it to be something I felt I could never say.
Can we go back to like the way it was before?
What, you mean not tell Mum?
Do we have to?
Well, then wouldn't you have something you felt you could never say?
Oh, I've got a stomachache.
I don't care if she goes crazy.
As long as it's you she goes crazy with.
Well, I can tell her to leave you alone because I'm your mum.
I don't think that works.
Can't come barging in here shouting.
I'm just saying it needs to be face to face.
I'm sorry, I'm busy at the moment. You
I need to
could-
be looked at in the eye and you say you're firing me.
Redundancy isn't.
Just say it to my face. You're fired. Just say it.
Why don't you make an appointment with my PA and just speak to them?
Just say it to my face. You're fired. Just say it. It's a message.
Killing people.
Yes, because then they understand.
Killing yourself.
They understand what you're telling them.
But they don't, do they? They just say that you are a terrorist.
And the terror is a message.
But they don't get it, do they? They just pass laws and lock people up.
And if
They
enough
can't-
people did it because they already feel terror, do they? They don't live in terror. If they live in terror, they'd be getting the message.
Do you do it yourself?
I don't think I would, no.
Because you're scared.
I don't think that message is what I want to say.
What did you do that for?
I thought-
What did you think was going to happen to you?
I know,
To me
but-
and the children, did you think of that?
It seemed like the right thing to do.
So what, we have to move somewhere else and pretend to be someone else all our
I
lives?
didn't say who.
And all our lives we'll be living in fear, in a witness protection program, in a desert in America.
No, I didn't say who I was. I just made the call.
Okay, from your own phone?
No, of course not from my own phone. I'm not stupid.
You are? Alright, what, from a public?
Yes, of course.
But near here, like in the high street?
No, I took a
You
train.
took it when?
Today I took a train to Brighton.
Why Brighton?
I don't know. It's somewhere easy you can go on a train.
You weren't at work. You could have picked the kids up
I
from
was
school.
in Brighton.
I'd like to die in Brighton.
It wasn't a day out in Brighton. I just made the call on a public phone, had a coffee, and then got a train back.
And, okay, so what did you say?
I just said, this is a person you need in contact with. No, I'm not going to leave my name. Thank you. Goodbye. That's it.
But what if he knows the call came from Brighton and they know that you went to Brighton?
He's not going to find out what I did in Brighton.
But if he finds out you went to Brighton,
How likely is that? You're just making things up that are not going to happen. He hasn't got a mate in the police. I don't have a mate in the police. Why would he have a mate in the police?
I don't.
You're just making things up that are not going to happen.
I don't see why you had to do it.
Wasn't very nice what he did, was it?
He's a friend of yours.
He's no friend of mine.
He's not now. What if you see him? What if I see him? What if he comes round here and says, the police are onto me. I need help. Can you help me?
You're just making things up.
No, I'm not. That is what's going to happen. Doctor, before you go, could you tell me how long I've got left? I'm afraid there's not an exact answer to that. Anything you could give me would be incredibly helpful. Well, let's just say that 10% of people with your condition are still alive after 3 years. Thank you. That's helpful.
How do you know? I'm evil.
You told it.
Who by? Who by?
You know, the traffic lights at the corner.
Yes.
I'm getting signals. The ones to the left. She go from here.
And what do they say?
What can you?
Why not?
Because it's about you! It's what you like! And you! Not yourself! I'm not gonna say it!
Do they tell you to hurt people?
What people? You.
But you know, when you take your medication, that doesn't happen.
That's why I stopped, because I was finding it hard to get the information.
You do know. You're ill.
I've been told it.
Are you pushing me on? Hurry on. Are you pushing? Sure, we went at war on it completely.
But how were they to know?
They knew, they did know. We said it to the Germans and the CIA.
But Bush and Blair didn't know.
Didn't want to
They
know.
had to rely.
They didn't know what true.
They thought it was true. Everyone thought.
Not everyone, no. Most people, yes. I didn't. I knew it wasn't true.
How do you know what true?
Because of what America's like and what they wanted to do.
You didn't know it made up. You wanted it to be made up.
And it turns out I was right, didn't it?
Do you think you've just won an argument? Don't answer. Don't look through the spy hole. I thought it was the boy delivering the... Don't answer. Don't panic. I won't. Hello? Mr. Rushmore, I believe this is where you live. We saw the car outside. We know you've been in. Shall I just talk to him? Yes. No! No! And I just wanted to say that you should probably say a few words to your thousands of admirers.
inspire us about why you chose to leave it all behind and drop this remote.
I should buy a gun!
Will you be drawing to this remote location?
I should go to sleep.
To put to bed the allegations of your ex-wife.
Hide in a cupboard.
To confirm that she said of the Queen.
I'll kill myself and then only write an obituary. Shall I? No, because then they'll write about you. It doesn't matter. It does! Because if they find out about you, I won't be able to speak to you anymore. It's alright.
To put to bed the allegations made by...
Shall I just... You're right!
What?
Hello, Mr. Rushmore. I have 3 things to say. I am now a citizen of China. I have recently been abducted by aliens and safely returned home.
Mr. Rushmore, if you just open the door for a second.
It's fine. If I tell him lies about myself, I think I feel fine about. That's fine about.
When was the last time you were in China? I mean, it's good, very good. I'm glad you feel.
When will he go away? He's sure to go away in a while.
That's all right then. I think you handled that, Lenny. No, I didn't. I feel a bit. No, I feel terrible. It's all right. He doesn't know anything. It was all lies. Yeah, but he knows I'm the one that told those lies. Whichever, you don't have to move. He knows it was me shouting. He knows I'm the one that told those lies. I don't feel better.
God told you to do it.
He did, yes.
How?
How do you mean how?
Did you hear words?
It was the word of God.
But like, so we could hear his actual words.
They came into me.
How does it work then?
I was praying about it.
In words.
Sometimes in words, sometimes just silently. The words were silent. I was praying
In your head?
if you like, my head, my heart.
So sometimes in words and sometimes
just being in a state where I was praying.
I don't know what state that is.
Well, you'll have to take it from me. There is such a state.
Okay.
So there you were praying.
Praying and not knowing. Seeking guidance. Open to guidance from God.
Okay.
And he told me what to do.
What's his voice like?
First,
Does he speak English?
What sort of question is that?
I want to know what he heard. I want to know what it's got an RP or regional accent. I'm trying to understand what he heard.
it wasn't hearing like I hear you now, but it was hearing.
And he definitely said, do it.
He said, do it.
In words.
Right through my whole being.
In your heart.
Yes, in my heart.
In your toes.
Yes, in my toes. Will you stop now?
Once upon a time, there was a child who wanted to find out what fear was. So his friends said,
Cold shivers down your back. Your legs go funny. Sometimes your hands. No, not your hands. Yes, your hands tingle. It's in your head. Sometimes you can't breathe. And your skin creeps. It's a shiver, a shudder. But you really don't know what it is.
So the child said, I don't know what you mean. So they took him to a big, dark, empty house. Everybody said was haunted. They said,
You won't stay till morning. You won't stay till midnight. You won't last an hour.
So the child said, why? What's going to happen? And the friend said,
You'll know what we mean by being frightened.
So the very next day, the friends came back. And there was a child sitting in the dusty room. And the friend said,
You're still here? What's happened?
and the child said, doing things, walking around, dead things with no heads, and I must do it going. And the friend said,
What happened?
and the child said, and there were noises, like sounds like music, but not music. And the friend said,
What did you do?
and the child said, someone put out his hands and came right up to me. And the friend said,
Get your hair, back of your neck, your legs. Were you frightened?
no. And the child said, it's no use. I still don't know what fear is. And on the way home, the child met a lion. And the lion ate him.
It takes the sun 8 million years to get here. So that's 2.8 billion years ago. It might not be there by now. It might have died. We might not be people by then. Oh, stupid thing. It takes the sun 8 minutes. So in the morning, we'll wait 8 more minutes.
bit.
This is the funny bit. Watch.
Every time.
Oh, Lake sweet.
What's the secret so late?
Little girl in a pink dress.
Look at my God, you should see.
Your boyfriend.
And there's that woman.
But no one knew who she was.
Oh, she's in video, we invited her.
Someone who just goes to strangers' weddings.
Oh, look who's that? It's had a wrong cut. Oh, no. Look at the dresses.
Because you would have dressed.
Shows history.
Yes, children like
And the grandchildren are going to.
Family and they can see.
all the ones of those little babies. And all the ones in their weddings and that.
We haven't got a wrong.
Oh, anybody
great,
that ever lived videos of?
Henry VIII.
No, further back if we had a cave or Neanderthal.
Hold the light from the camera.
And tiny creatures crawling out the ocean like tiny
Then we
snakes.
ignore, we ignore.
I remember anything, but not for the day. That's not in the video. I can't remember.
Well, I remember putting the ring
No,
on.
I can't see that in my mind.
Someone was sick.
Oh no, listen to the speeches. It's Dad's speech. It's so.
What did you have for lunch on October 3rd, 1998?
I had chicken soup and a salad. Chicken soup was in a blue bowl. The salad had tomatoes, lettuce and chicory. But no onion. I didn't want my bread to smell of onion. When I saw my brother in the afternoon, went to the movies. We got at 2:15.
What was the movie?
Godzilla.
What happened?
You want the whole thing shot by shot?
Can you do that?
Let's not do that. Okay, I remember Godzilla. There's a lizard that's been irradiated by a nuclear explosion. So, it's a monster. And it goes to New York, the American military drop the That's the one.
What did you do afterwards?
We walked back to my brother's place. I had poached eggs on toast, 2 cups of tea, and his red mug, the one with a chip.
What was the weather like?
It was raining in the morning, but it stopped. Rain in the evening, and rain the next day.
June 6, 2004.
I'm glad we've done it. Just to see.
Yeah, so am I.
After all these years.
Well, it was important, wasn't it? I mean, it's still really important.
It has been for me really important to life.
To never have seen each other again would have just been...
Would have been impossible.
But it'd been sad, at least.
Do you remember the Italian restaurant?
No, yeah, was it the one on the corner?
I can see the waiter
Yeah,
now.
I can't see the waiter.
The waiter that smiled all the time every time we walked in.
You had spaghetti carbonara and I had one go.
Oh, I can't remember eating. No. Looking at you, so good probably.
I really loved you.
I loved you too.
I remember sitting in that field.
Was that the time when we? Oh, was that when we got
Running for the bus.
Oh my god! I have a real clear picture of you just running down the street. I think it was for a bus.
All them buttercups.
Do you remember the time in the street and we just stopped?
Do you remember that hotel with the green wallpaper and we just couldn't stop kissing?
Do you remember the kitchen?
The kitchen, which kitchen? At my friend's house?
Yeah, your friends.
Which friend?
Oh, I don't remember
Was
your
it
friend's
Chris?
name.
Was it Terry?
I don't know. Do you remember the kitchen?
Well, what if I could remember which friend? Did we do it in the kitchen?
Yeah, we did. In the kitchen, behind the door, and there was soup on the cooker.
I remember us just looking at each other.
Was that early on or at the end?
It was early on, I think. Do you remember the time I mean?
Sometimes we passed the coffee shop.
Which one?
The one we kept trying to say goodbye.
I think I've blocked that entire day out of my memory.
I really loved you.
But we were sad. We used to cry.
Did we?
Sometimes. You've got a good.
My
Forget
name to
what?
improve.
Like,
Not
names.
like
We all-
names, like faces.
Not like
Yes,
Maria.
but I want to learn.
Ah,
Huge amounts of memorising.
I see the
vocabulary.
point.
Statistics.
I see the
Every
point.
imaginable.
Sometimes.
Stacks of information which I have to
Yes.
require and retire. Like
Did they have a
this
lot of-
course, this list, this exercise.
Like getting the
muscles
muscles.
of the brain.
Which
But
of
it's
course
more
I
than
never
that,
got
it's a
muscles,
technique.
For
Ancient
remembering.
technique Romans. And
But
all
there's a lot
sorts
of
of
brains
Renaissance.
in it. So did
Leonardo
it?
da Vinci.
But
I don't know if he
not
actually
this
did,
actual
not necessarily
technique.
his actual technique. But
No, we might
that's
have done.
beside the point. The actual point is
This
the actual
actual
technique would take a place in your mind like you would take a house.
Take a house.
In your mind, it's meant to
Like
be
my
take a
aunt's
place
got
in
a
your
house.
mind in your house. And in your mind, you go around with a list of things you
Like
want
what?
to remember. Like anything, like
I
this
can't
list,
remember
this
the
exercise
order.
I've got here. But you have to remember the order.
Like going
So I
around
go round in
the
my house now and I'm going to put one on the chair and one on the table. Is that alright? I'm going to put
Yeah.
one on the table and I'm going to put a crocodile on the mat.
Pincushion.
Pincushion
on the other chair.
sitting room.
Pair of scissors on the other chair.
sitting room.
Axe
Axe on the
other
dining
chair.
room.
Wristwatch
Wristwatch.
on top
Bedroom.
of the CD player.
Yes,
Yes,
I know,
biro.
but bedroom. Yes, of course, biro, but in the bedroom. No, it's
In the
nothing.
bedroom.
No, it's
Nothing
just in the
awful
bedroom. I saw my
happened.
father.
In his bedroom.
No, it's
Nothing
nothing. It's
awful
just that
happened.
he's
You're not
dead.
remembering.
No, I know
That's
it's
a
nothing.
memory,
It's just
isn't
that
it?
he's getting dressed in the bedroom and he's dead.
I'm sorry.
Hedgehog.
Very long. Put
Hedgehog in
Put
the
the
sitting
hedgehog
room.
in the microwave. I can't remember where I went next. Oh, it was on the newspaper. It's a tree. Then
Tree in
we
the
wrote a
attic.
list. And then
I'm
we
sure
wrote
we
a separate
could.
list. But how do we
What sort of
separate
list?
the lists? Because
I
don't
Keep
know.
getting
We
that
have
out of the
to.
microwave. I know
I'll
what
have
to do
to
now.
find out.
You
didn't!
I did! I said Wednesday, we're going to dinner with.
But you didn't!
I did, because I remember you said.
Alright, you must have forgot. I'm sorry.
Yes, you.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's Jennifer. Hello, Jennifer.
You can play the piano. I've never played the piano. Oh, you sat. Oh, you sat here.
Hand me down my silver trumpet. Gabriel. Hand it down, send it down. Anyway, just get that down. Hand me down my silver trumpet, Lord. Hello, this is Jennifer. Jennifer!
Hello.
Breathe. Just breathe. I've got you. It's alright.
All right. Oh. Thank you. I'm sorry.
I keep seeing. I can't stop seeing. I wish I could stop it for you. Stop and smash it in my skull. At the same time, you may be able to forget, even if it's a long time. Once it's in there, once you know that stuff.